Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for my client Michelle's vlog, and this is our first week back after meet. She did a meet this last weekend. Of course, she had a lot of stuff really come up, and I asked her, I'm like, look, do you still want to do this meet? Do you want to pull out? And she said, no, I need to do this meet. I'm prepared for it. So we went in and did pretty good, all things considered. We didn't get the numbers we wanted due to, again, a lot of stuff that happened that week. However, for the drug tested class, because this was her first drug tested meet since moving, she took all 4 state records, and she qualified for world championship in the tested category. So even though we didn't do our best, we didn't even replicate our best gym lifts, we still knocked everything down. We got all the goals that we wanted, so we're going to count it as a success. So then this week she talked to me, and this is going to be the last training week on this current template running conjugate. She has come to me and said, look, I want to do 2 meets a year. Obviously there'll be a high level meet each year, and I want to do bikini. So I want to do powerlifting and I want to do bikini. What can we do to make that happen? So we're going to be adjusting her training. And everything's going to be supersets because she needs to do powerlifting. We're still going to do training maxes, but we're not going to do them conjugate style. We're not going to do super heavy training maxes. It's going to be exactly what I've preached to a lot of you and what I've done with a lot of my elite lifters. Guys like Perry, who you guys saw me put up doing 610, 615 squats, and he went and hit 680 on the platform after lifting like that in the gym. Same thing, 405 benching in the gym for singles. Benches 450 in comp. Okay, same sort of idea here. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to do a lot of hypertrophy work. We're going to start working her weaker links for bikini purposes. There's going to be more direct bicep work. We're going to do a lot of delt and a lot of calf work. Okay, because these are the areas she needs to bring up for all of that. So we're going to be adjusting all that. So for this week. And this template for this week was written not with that consideration. It was just running through our normal conjugate rotation. She did an incline bench, and then for supplemental work, we did flat benching, we did pull-ups, right? We do JM presses, and that pretty much just summed it up. I didn't want her to have a crazy high volume week coming back. The volume's about to go up next week, but again, we had a rough week the week before. She did good in competition, but that's it. We're done. Wanted her to have a laxer week, so I cut her training volumes back for this particular training week. So then for max effort lower, we hit. She had a pin squat. Wanted her to lower it to a pins just below parallel, bring it up to a training max. Then she does leg press. All right, so we're doing some leg press here. We do split squats. We do glute ham raises, band pull throughs. Okay. And one of the things I'm going to have her do, because we're going to be focusing a little more on bikini, I'm going to want these leg presses to be narrower stance, right? We're doing this wide stance because she's squatting wide in competition. We're wanting it to carry over, but if we want to keep focusing on the quads, all right, because we want to add a little bit more quad size there. We need a little bit more quad sweep. We're going to start doing this stuff narrow. So, we're going to see continued leg pressing, and obviously we're going to keep doing split squats because, again, she likes them, she responds well to them, and they're great for recovery. So we're probably going to run this combination, and if need be, we'll even throw in some single joint stuff like leg extensions as necessary. But this workout, again, was geared towards powerlifting still, so for this week. So as you guys can see, again, it's, glute ham raises, the band pull-throughs, all that stuff. And then we finished the week up with dynamic effort work. So we did our speed benching in our normal rotation. We did speed back squats, speed pulls, and then the same sort of supplemental work. So again, I'm just going to we'll probably let this play through, and I'll talk a little bit longer in here. So yeah, but again, this is for a while, this is going to be our last training week running this system for a bit. And we've run her on this system a really, really, really long time. And it's gotten her qualified for Worlds. As someone who doesn't have many years of lifting experience, we qualified for Worlds both tested as well as untested. So both Worlds are qualified. She's taken state records in both categories in 2 states. So we've had a lot of success. But now at this point, we're going to keep her trimming her down, get her leaner, bring up her weak areas, and we're going to work on some bikini stuff too. So she's going to basically be, a hybrid athlete at this point, which works for her. Keeping in mind, she comes originally from a fighting background. Okay, so she's used to, again, a lot of training volume, a lot of workload. She's used to having to do multiple disciplines because, again, when people are fighters, boxers, and she was a pretty serious boxer for years and competed. They're used to doing multiple disciplines, right? Because a sport of that nature requires you to be a very well-rounded athlete. In other words, speed matters, technique matters, endurance matters, power matters, right? All those things you have to be good at to box. You have to be good at them. So she's used to this sort of thing. So in this case, though, again, we're going to keep the conditioning high. Her training itself is going to be even a little more conditioning oriented in that her off days that she does on her own, I told her I don't want anything heavy. I want everything that you do on those off days to be conditioning type related. Right, and we're going to maximize hypertrophy on all of your main 4 days with the training maxes to keep your strength up, to keep you ready for Worlds and any other meets we want to do. And we may not need to peak for those. Our training maxes will get us what we need. And so again, here's her doing more pull-ups. She's doing sets of 15 on pull-ups at this point. So we've gotten very strong at these. These are going to stay in the rotation because we need to keep building her lats for bikini purposes. So yeah. And then we finished up with the dynamic lower here. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.